Welcome to my presentation. In this presentation, let us try to solve linear equations of the form ax plus b equals to c using some properties of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Let us say we have an example where we want to solve the value of the variable x. We want to solve in this problem 0.9 is equal to 10x minus 0.6. Let's say we have a problem like that, and then in here we want to solve for x. We want to isolate the x term to one side of the equal to sign and then solve for it. And to do that, we're going to use the addition property first, right? So we want to add positive 0.6 to both sides of the equation. Since we have a negative 0.6 on the right hand side, if we add a quantity which is equal to but opposite in sign of a negative 0.6, we will be able to isolate the x term in a limited manner, and then in the next step we can further simplify it and then find the value of x. So when we add 0.6 to both sides, let me write this, to both sides meaning both sides of the equation, both sides of the equation, and we can write it in this manner, right? 0.9 plus 0.6, like that, we've introduced that, is equal to 10x minus 0.6 and then plus 0.6. This is what we've introduced to both sides of the equation. As you can see, the negative 0.6 and positive 0.6 cancels out, leaving us with 10x is equal to, we want to simplify these terms on the left hand side. 0.9 plus 0.6 is going to be equal to 1.5, isn't it? 1.5. We want to solve for x, not 10x. So we're going to go to this next step, and then we're going to say we want to multiply by a number where we can get x on the right hand side. So we want to, since we have 10 on the left hand side, on the right hand side, if we multiply by the reciprocal of 10, that the reciprocal of 10 is going to be 1 over 10. If we take a number and multiply by the reciprocal of that same number, the product will always be equal to 1. The product will always be equal to 1. And therefore we're going to use this property in here, and then multiply, we'll write that here, multiply by 1 over 10 on both sides. And how do we write that? We can write that as follows: 1.5 times 1 over 10 is equal to 10 times 1 over 10, and then we have x after that, times x, right? So 1.5 divided by 10 is going to be equal to 0.15. 0.15 divided by 10 is 0.15, and is on the right hand side, this 10 and this 10 cancels out, leaving us with 1x, or just x. And therefore the value of x is equal to 0.5. That's what we have come up with. And since we have used the addition property and the multiplication property to arrive at the solution, we want to make sure that we are on the right path. So we're going to go one more step to check our work. We want to check whether x equals to 1.15 is correct or not correct. If it is not correct, we'll go back and then trace our steps back to see Where we have committed a mistake, we'll rectify that, come back, and then make sure that everything is in order. So to do the check, we're going to go back and then substitute it into the original equation. The original equation given to us is 0.9 is equal to 10x minus 0.6. So we're going to substitute the value of x. 0.9 is equal to 10 times 0.15 minus 0.6. Let me write this one in blank. 0.6. Okay, now 0.9 is what we have on the left hand side, is equal to 10 times 0.15 is going to be equal to 1.5 minus 0.6. The right hand side, 1.5 minus 0.6 is going to be equal to 0.9. That is exactly what we have on the left hand side. Therefore the value on the left hand side is equal to the value on the right hand side, and this only goes to prove that the value what we have obtained for x as equal to 0.15 is exactly correct. We have used the addition property, we have used the multiplication property to be able to solve this linear equation, which is of the form ax plus b is equal to c. In my next presentation, we shall look at some more examples using the linear equation which is of the form ax plus b equals to c, and solve some problems.